Obi-Wan season 1.
Oh.
Got a vision of like
We
Jaws.
find ourselves back to this thing.
We do. So if you enjoyed Obi-Wan season 1, awesome. This show, for me personally, did not fire on all cylinders. I think you guys kind of felt the same way when we watched it.
It was hit and miss, and the miss was bigger than the hits.
Yeah. First episode was
was great. The battle with him and Vader
really nice.
Was amazing. I love that. Him hiding a kid under a trench coat was like, what are we doing here?
It's a classic Muppet move.
I feel like they should have just like, I thought once he finally did rescue Princess Leia, he was like, all right, ship her back off to her home planet. Like, we're moving on, right? We're moving on. Oh, she's still hanging out with us? Yep. Oh, okay.
Yeah, putting children in danger who I know grow up to save the universe.
Kind of annoying.
Doesn't really do it for me.
And then the Reva McEntire storyline was like,
Reva McEntire, huh?
you're going to the dark side to get revenge on the people on the dark side who hurt the people on the light side, and then you find yourself at the end was just like, what?
Yeah.
Nothing against that actress. Nothing against
that actress.
The character.
Phenomenal.
But that character did not need to be in that show.
No, the storytelling let that show down. The direction of that show let it down. What she did with what she was given, I think was great, personally. But that all being said, Ewan McGregor, who is wonderful as Obi-Wan, that is not up for debate in my opinion. He's great in this role. He embodies it so well. I think he's who most people associate Obi-Wan with now first.
Yep.
You know, that like, hey, looks like Jesus, there's Obi-Wan. Yep, right there. Frame it in your house, put a cross next to it. Now, Ewan McGregor is saying that there's no talk of a season 2 for Obi-Wan.
They're just too darn busy over there
So
at Disney.
color me surprised. Now, I love that Ewan McGregor here is talking about how he would love to have the season, but it's because, you know, they've got a lot going on. They're doing a lot of other things.
Yeah, they're doing a little switch up too right now with Dave Filoni being appointed as
absolutely
creative.
Right? Okay, go on.
Yeah,
go on.
and you know, one of the things we've talked about so much on this show too is how Disney is really cracking down on giving us quality. We've learned that Disney, whether it's Marvel, whether it's Star Wars, whether it's Disney itself, for the longest time on their streamers, they haven't been using show Bibles. They haven't had showrunners, which is wildly different from how television is typically run. You usually have those things in place. So they're bringing those kinds of leaders on board for their programs. They're going more quality over quantity. We're getting a slimmer list of shows we're getting, but hopefully they're really putting in a lot of quality effort into it. So there definitely is a rhyme and reason why any show wouldn't be picked up, regardless of how successful it is. But this one, I can understand why we're not getting it.
You got the Acolyte, you got Skeleton Crew coming.
A lot of stuff going
Both
here.
live action. Bad Batch I don't really care about, but still Tales of the Jedi. But, you know, that's a heavy slate. And if anything, I'd say you'd have to give it to Andor, and Andor's not even on that list.
Exactly. And, you know,
We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Fume. Quitting cold turkey is great in theory, but you and I both know it's way more difficult than that. And that's why there's a better way to break your bad habits. We're not talking about some fake online promises. We're talking about our sponsor, Fume. And they look at the problem in a different way. Instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habit? Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavor-air device that does just that. See, instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses delicious flavors. You get it. Instead of bad, Fume is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy and makes replacing your bad habit easy. I personally didn't know what to expect when I first got my Fume. I mean, I've never liked vapes, but my goodness, the taste. The first time I tried it, I was completely sold on it. It was incredible. Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard, but switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even fun. Fume has served over 150,000 customers and has thousands of success stories, and there's no reason that can't be you. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to tryfume.com and use the code CAMPEA to save 10% off when you get the Journey Pack today. That's tryfum.com and use the code CAMPEA to save an additional 10% off your order today.
McGregor has been campaigning for this, and according to this article here too, he says, quote, "There's another 10 years with plenty of stories to tell."
Yeah.
Now,
there is.
They
That's
true.
There,
Yes, there is, Mr. McGregor.
there is 10 years. Now, for me, and this is just my opinion, this is for me, are they stories that need to be told? Are they stories worth telling? Are they stories that add to the mythos of Star Wars, or is it just more filler, right? Because this, for me, was a lot of filler, no star killer.
I watched this with a lot of like, that didn't bother me too much. Eyes, I just liked seeing him take on this role again.
Do you remember?
Maybe I was blinded by that. I didn't see a lot
Blinded
of
by your love.
the dumb things that, or like, the things that bother people as much as it didn't bother me as much. But
Can I say one thing that really bothered me?
What?
And this happened in the show a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They were on this transport going down a road on was it Tatooine? I think.
Oh yeah, where
Near the beginning.
Fill in the blank.
And they come to a roadblock, like a military roadblock. He dispatches all the bad guys.
Oh right.
But he can't open the roadblock.
Oh yeah, the little thing that
The arm.
Like this.
Yeah.
The arm.
Yeah.
So he shoots the arm. They could have just walked around the building.
Yeah. That happened.
You mean
a ton?
That was in the hill, right? The desert hill.
Because they weren't taking the transport anymore.
No,
they were walking
it
at
was
that
just-
point.
Go that way.
Well, you see what happens. You seen YouTube videos when that arm doesn't go up. We seen bikers like get
Just-
decap or like just.
But they were on foot.
They could have just moseyed.
Yeah,
they're being-
and then because they shot everything on the
volume.
the volume, there would be moments where they're facing off with stormtroopers and it looked like a laser tag match. They're all just standing right in front of each other, pew pew, shooting at each other. I'm like, how are you not already all dead? It's just it was.
have some respect for the people who have passed away.
Don't get me
doing laser
started.
Tag, okay.
That's fair. I do think to
Thoughts and prayers to laser
Ewan's,
tag.
to Ewan's credit here, there are other stories you could tell. Obviously, and they're not canon always, but there's a lot of Star Wars novelizations. There's comics. There's all kinds of stuff. If we look to the Clone Wars animated series, there's a whole bunch of stuff with him and Satine, right? There's a lot of things going on where you could explore some other things for him. If they did this show, they need to make sure, in my opinion, that he is separated from the Skywalkers.
Darth Maul.
Well, we see his confrontation with Darth Maul in Rebels. So, and I don't think they meet up again until then.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, unless they want to retcon that.
So
which I guess
Vosh.
they could.
So I
Yeah,
just don't know what you do with this.
you make Andor season 2 is what you do.
That's what I would prefer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do hope that Acolyte and/or Skeleton Crew are in the same quality as Andor.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
100%. Well, folks, are you surprised that we are not already green lighting an Obi-Wan season 2? Does it blow your mind? Or are you like, oh, Ewan, go do another season of Fargo. You're great on that.
yeah,
Right?
or more train spotting, anything.
Yeah, anything. A musical? Love you in a musical. Let us know your thoughts and if Obi-Wan should get another season.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.